Have you ever wondered why your dog seems restless, even when you're doing everything right? Maybe they pace around, whine for no reason, or just can't seem to relax. Well, here's something most dog owners never realize. There's one simple mistake that almost every dog parent makes daily, and it quietly fills your dog with anxiety. So go ahead, take your time, and let the ride find you. Stay smooth, stay stylish, and happy shopping. Yeah. Now, before you start thinking it's something huge, it's actually something very small, but it happens every single day. The mistake is inconsistency. Yes, inconsistency in how you treat, talk to, or react to your dog. Sounds harmless, right? But to your dog, it's confusing, stressful, and even scary. Let's unpack this, because once you understand it, you'll start to see your dog in a whole new way. Here's what's really going on. Dogs thrive on predictability. They're creatures of habit. They find safety in knowing what comes next. It's not just about food or walks. It's about how you communicate with them. Imagine if today you allowed your dog to jump on the couch, but tomorrow you scold them for the exact same thing. Or if one day you use a cheerful tone to call them, and the next day you sound angry. To you, those moments are small, but to your dog, it's like the world suddenly changed its rules without warning. Think of it this way. If you had a friend who was kind one moment and cold the next, you'd start feeling anxious around them, right? You'd never know what version of them you were going to get. That's exactly how your dog feels when your reactions, rules, or energy shift day to day. Let's go a little deeper. Dogs don't just listen to our words. They watch our energy. They study our body language and tone every single second. So when you say sit calmly one day and yell it the next, they don't just hear the words. They feel the change in your emotional energy. That's what causes confusion and anxiety. It's not that they're being stubborn or forgetful. They're just unsure about what you want. Here's another way inconsistency sneaks in. Timing. Let's say your dog jumps on you when you come home. Sometimes you laugh and pet them. Other times you push them away and say no. From your side, it depends on your mood. But your dog doesn't know that. They're just thinking, wait, was jumping good yesterday, but bad today? That constant uncertainty builds nervousness over time. You might even start noticing them flinching, pacing, or becoming overly clingy. Now, here's a big one most people don't think about. Your own stress. Dogs absorb it like a sponge. If you come home tired, frustrated, or distracted, your dog feels it immediately. And when that emotional energy keeps changing every day, they don't know how to act around you. Some dogs withdraw quietly. Others become hyperactive or start barking more. They're not misbehaving. They're reacting to your inconsistency in energy. So how do you fix this? It's simpler than you think. Start by being clear and consistent with your expectations. If you don't want your dog on the couch, make that rule every day, not just when you're in the mood for it. Use the same tone, the same command, and the same body language. Dogs learn through patterns, so the more stable you are, the calmer they become. Second, control your reactions. When your dog does something wrong, don't explode one day and ignore it the next. Take a breath, correct them calmly, and move on. Dogs don't understand anger. They understand clarity. A steady, calm response tells them you're in control, and that's exactly what helps them feel safe. Third, set small daily routines. Feed them at the same time, walk them around the same hour, and keep a short play session at a predictable time. You'll notice something amazing. Your dog will start to relax. Their body language will soften. Their eyes will look calmer. That's the feeling of safety. Dogs don't need constant excitement. They need emotional stability from you. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine had a rescue dog who would bark and pace every morning. They thought the dog was just nervous by nature. But when we looked closer, we realized their mornings were chaotic. Some days, breakfast happened at 7, other days at 10. Some days they cuddled their dog right away. Other days they rushed out the door. The dog wasn't anxious by nature. It was anxious because it couldn't predict what was coming. Once they built a steady morning routine, the barking stopped within a week. That's how powerful consistency is. And here's the emotional part. Your dog doesn't want perfection. They just want to understand you. Every time you stay calm, steady, and predictable, your dog feels safe in your world. That's what builds trust. That's what makes them look at you with those peaceful, loving eyes. So, the next time your dog seems nervous or restless, don't just think about toys, treats, or training tricks. Think about your energy, your tone, and your consistency. Ask yourself, have I been clear today? Have I been predictable? Because to your dog, that's love. Not just the hugs or treats, but the stability you bring into their world. If you found this video helpful, take a second to hit the like button. It helps more dog parents understand their furry friends better. And tell me in the comments, what small changes have helped your dog feel calmer at home? I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more insights about what your dog is really thinking. Because the more we understand them, the stronger our bond becomes.